this is Natalie from LineDotArrow from the Netherlands. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you are if you have been following me for a very long time or a short period, so happy to see you over here. I started this folio and I received some questions about this type of folio. This is a Tim Holtz product. And I have to say, I have this in my stash for a very long time because I made another one a few years ago. I think it was in 2021 or even in 2020. So I have this for at least a few years in my stash. And people were asking about this. And honestly, I can't find the craft style folio anymore. At least not in the Netherlands. So maybe you can find it over somewhere over in the US or wherever you live, of course. But I couldn't find it. I could find this one, but then it has like the travel print on it, which is a lovely folio, don't get me wrong, but it is already travel themed. I made this partly on my live video and partly on the second video I did. It's not attached yet because I do want to sew around this folio part. And I also was thinking about making a journal card, a side pocket in here. Or if I don't make a pocket, I want to add something like a tab. So for now, I'm just going to leave it. I also have a piece that I want to put on the back side. That is this piece. And obviously, and I didn't think about that when I created this piece, this is way smaller, so I also have an option to add like this paper like so, or this paper like so, and then I can cover the whole thing. So maybe this is going to end up like this in a sort of frame, but yeah, for now I'm going to leave it. For now I'm just going to put this aside too, and maybe you need to take you up just a little, because I had the feeling you were a little bit too close. Okay, I think this is best or better. Yeah, we have this, and there are several ways to use this. You can just attach it, for instance, on here. Maybe like this, but I would do it like so, and then have it folded completely inwards, or even like so, and make a tuck spot from this one, and this is going to be moving outwards, and you can attach papers on here, or tags or cards or whatever you want. I think the one I made before, I attached it on here and had a signature in between, and then I have these over here. I'm not certain what I'm going to do this time. Because I have many ideas, but I only can do one on this folio. And over here, I just wanted to put in the little pieces that I created, like these from the challenges. So they can go in here, like so, all together. And then maybe I'm going to decorate this. Maybe I'm going to even make a tuck spot on this one too. I'm not sure. But first I need to decide where I'm going to place the insert. What I did, I collected a few papers from the kit, and I printed on the back side with the free Ko-Fi papers, the 5 background papers. I tried to use as much, I tried to use the kind that you can still use to write on. So yeah, this is what I got. I think I need to switch this around, because I don't like when two are together. That's a little bit boring for me. Okay, so you have a little signature, and I also thought of making this one into the booklet cover. So this is going to be the cover because you can take out the signature eventually. And then I also have these papers, and I thought about using these in here to cover, or well, also checking this one. Let me see. This is cute. I like this too. Yeah, well, I think I will put hair on the front of this booklet. But yes, like I said, I have to decide where I'm going to place the booklet. I can create something over here, so it's going to go this way, or you just tuck it in and then take it out. So it's not going to be, it's going to sit in the folio, but it's not actually to work in the folio. So you have to take it out to work in it. Or I can merge it into here. Have this like so. And you can also take it out, of course. Maybe that is more fun than you have the layering over here. Then I can add maybe a belly band or something over here. Yeah. Okay, I think I will put this on here. But the other thing I need to do is measure. I have enough room to put an eyelet on top and on the bottom and still slide this in. It might be I have to take off a tiny bit from the top of the papers, but that is okay. I'm not worried about that. Then I have to think about, do I want this to be decorated? Maybe inked, but I don't know. Maybe not decorated necessarily. And if I want to sew over it, I need to make sure. I'm just thinking, if I reinforce this, it could be a piece that also slides underneath the elastic and holds this. And I can always decide to glue it in afterwards, but it gives me the opportunity to work and think about how am I going to work. How am I going to continue this folio? So what I will start to do is poke holes in here. But before I do that, I also need to figure out the placement of the eyelets. And I have the score lines on the cover. I'm also going to bend these because I have no idea how far this is gonna go. Let me check if this is on here. I did it in the past. I'm not sure why I'm freaking out now. It might not work. But now I'm just wondering if it would work. And you have this in here, and then it goes like so. And this can be, okay, I need to fold these two. But it's very difficult to fold. It's very sturdy cardstock. because I think at the end it will be something like this. Okay, I think it will work. So first let me put in some eyelets. I'm so excited about working this. And I remember putting it away many times. Not because I don't like it, but I wanted to, well, make sure I was doing a fun craft with it. Yeah, I need this one. And this is part of the mouth. It comes with a scraper and it has a ruler that you can attach on your cloth mat. It's working like this. Oh, what a mess. Oh, I found a stamp. Yay. Okay, just put it over here. And it can work to measure. Well, it does work to measure. You all may know I'm not the measuring type at all. Yeah, sometimes people do need measurements. Okay. Still, where am I going to? Okay, I think I will go and aim for this one. And this one. Maybe that's the best way to go. I don't have to measure that way because it's already scored. The only thing I need to do is to make sure that I stay on the outside of the folio as much as possible. So I grabbed some elastic. I have my eyelets ready over here. I am thinking, do I need to reinforce this a little? But I can also still do that on the back side. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how we roll. I'm just going to put in the eyelets, and because I'm thinking about adding things to the back side of the spine, so on this side I'm pushing the eyelets in with the beautiful side inwards. Well, that is the idea. Where I couldn't push them in. Squeeze the eyelets. Squeeze a little bit harder. Okay, it is set. Now I need to get a piece of elastic. not sure what's in it, but all kinds of things are... Sorry, I bumped the camera. Usually I just measure the height times 2. Let me see, can I still put this underneath as I planned? Sort of, yes. And I'm just going to tie this rather tight. But because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the... I don't know how to call these hinge thingies. I'm just going to tie it into a bow and leave it for now. So I said I wanted to put this sort of like so. Okay, it is a little bit too high, as you can see. What am I going to do? I already know what I'm going to do. I ripped this, but I will fix it. I'm going to fold this in half, because I have to work around the issues now. I'm just going to round the corners. And that will create a sort of notch, as you can see. And then I am able to fit this exactly between those eyelets. And if I want to glue it in later, which I can do, but this way I can see what I want to put in and if I want to do some sewing, because if I glue it together already, I am not able to sew over this. And I want to sew on these two. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be the booklet. Also have to measure if this will fit, and it fits absolutely perfectly. I did a good job placing the eyelets, but to be certain I am going to take off something from the top. This has got to be a little bit sturdier, so I have to reinforce this, and this needs to be as flat as possible. We can work on this a little later, or should I? No, I am going to work on the insert, because I need to cut from the top, and I'm also going to cut from the sides. How am I going to do that? Using my cloth mat, I'm going to place it in as much as I can in the angle. And then make sure the iron piece, or aluminum, I'm not sure how you call that, but the metal piece is on the right side. I have to take this down just a little, and also really push this in. So I'm placing the hinge from the ruler on the bottom half of my mat, and I'm just going to, I have to stand to do that. From experience, I know I have to do that. I'm just going to So I cut a little bit from the sides. And it isn't that hard as it looks, but honestly, I'm a little bit afraid I will go over my hands. So I did it as slow as possible to make sure I didn't hurt myself. So I also wanted to slide off a little bit from the top. That's what I said. So I'm going to repeat the same process, but only on the top. Let's measure one more time. Yeah, this is going to be a better fit. I'm also thinking if I just glue this on here and make this a little stronger and longer, I can turn this into a pocket. Let me see. And then if I turn it into a pocket, I can slide in these things. Maybe that's an option. Well, we will see. First, work on the booklet a little. I'm going to reinforce this. And I'm debating if I want to stitch it in. So it's going to be a signature that you can take out and in. Or also make this so you can, how do you say that? Replace the papers. But I think I will keep them as they are. I am going to round the corners. I'm going to do that for all of the papers. Rounded all the corners. Just going to put this aside because now I need to work on the reinforcement paper. I have a piece of cardstock. It is not extremely sturdy, but sort of sturdy, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do one or two for the cover, and then also a decoration paper on the other side, of course. I think I glue two. I'm going to glue these together. Sorry, I wanted to speak Dutch and English at the same time, because I want to glue these together first. Okay. Let me cut off those pieces. Okay. What am I going to put on the inside? Should I put these on the inside? Or maybe I should just put this on the outside so it can turn this into a pocket on the inside. No, I'm not going to do that. Maybe one of these. Yeah, I'm going to put this one on the inside. I rounded the corner of this booklet and I measured, and what I found out is that my papers are sticking out of the cover, so I need to make this a little bit longer, which is okay because then I can add like lace and everything. I'm quickly going to ink my cover. And I also do this on the inside, of course. Let me get some laces. So I grabbed some laces. I really like this one. Oh, I do not need to fill up a whole lot of space, but I do need to fill up some space. I'm going to glue, oh sorry, this lace. No, first I'm going to glue, sorry, this lace on the inside. And the blue one on the outside. Like so. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I glue the lace on both sides. And I'm also thinking about adding some lace over the cover. I said I wasn't going to embellish. Well, I'm not sure if I said that, but I'm pretty sure I thought, well, I'm not going to over embellish. But I do like this lace. I think this is the last piece that I have left. I'm just measuring how low I can put the lace. And I also have this. And I was just thinking, just to glue this on. Yeah, how am I going to glue this on? Like so, maybe? I think I have this. The white lace. Like so. Okay, I'm going to let this dry a little. Then I'm going to do some stitching on the lace. Also going to do some stitching on here. Now I'm also thinking, should I turn this into a... I thought I wanted to turn this into a pocket, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to make the booklet very bulky. So yeah, I'm going to sew around this cover, and then I am going to attach the papers to the cover, sew around this, and then going to glue it over here. And I think for today that will be it. So I sewn around the booklet. This is how it looks, and I also sewn over here. I just did a zigzag stitch over here, and over here. So this is still not sewn, but it is sewn. It will stay on the cover now. I just need to think about this little dangle thing because I'm not so certain how this will hang. I think I need to cut this off. Yeah, obviously I'm going to cover this beautiful flower, but yeah, I will put something else on top. Okay, I got it glued on. Now I want to sew in the signatures. or the signature. It's actually one signature. It's not more than one. Let me get my pokey tool. I'm just going to poke. I think I will do 4, so I'm going to poke one over here. Okay, I need to see, because it seems like my pages are bigger than the actual cover. They are. Before I sew it in, I need to cut off a little bit from the top again. I will do that off camera. Okay, I cut off a piece from the top and the bottom. And I already poked one of the holes, of course, but I'm just hoping you will not you will not notice. I'm so distracted by all this. I'm going to try and find the same hole. And I'm going to poke one on the other side. So I sort of kept them over here. So this is sort of my guide, a little bit inwards. And I'm just eyeballing. It's not precisely measured or anything. And I'm getting my wax thread. I'm just starting to sew the papers into the little cover. Go back to the side. And then pull, not too much, otherwise you will whip the paper, but not too loose, otherwise your signature will not be sturdy enough into the cover. It will be wonky, it will fall out. I'm going back inwards to this one again. Yes. Okay, I really need to pull a little bit more. Yeah. just do this. And now you have your signature inside your cover. And what I always do is fold each paper on the area where it needs to fold, because obviously the folding is going to shift a little bit when you sew in the papers into a cover. It's not going to be exactly in the middle anymore, because you have to go over the previous paper. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm not going to pull, just fold it over like so. This is your little booklet. And let me try to fit it in. You just, well, you can squeeze it in on the middle. You can also just put it in on the front piece only. That's an option too. Usually you do it in the middle, but you can also do it like this. But I think I will do it in the middle. Okay, we are starting getting somewhere. This is nice. Well, I'm not going to, I think the previous one I did like this. But that's difficult. I think. I'm not sure if I should put it underneath this. I think this would work best. And you have the lace hanging over. And obviously I'm going to decorate this piece too. Put some fabric on. But I have to wait until I really finish, because I might end up like this. So I need to elongate this piece a little bit more. Because if I do it like this, this is going to be the side piece. But when it's more bulky, I will end up with a smaller strip. I hope that makes any sense. But yeah, I do like what we got so far. Obviously this is not in here. This is on the outside. It is pretty. So yeah, this is it for today. Yeah, I am not able to share the link of the folio for you. I will keep on searching. I did see sort of a alternative thing from another brand, but I sort of skipped over that one because I was really to try to find this one for you, which I didn't manage. And I also promised to share the link of the glue press, which I can't find on Amazon or anything, only on the brand site itself. But I will share it in the Facebook group. But yes, this is it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, maybe you want to leave me a like, leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, you're watching for the first time or maybe the second time, because we also did the envelope challenge. That is a collaboration that I'm doing together with Tracy Fox. She made a set of papers and I made a set of papers, and it's for free and everybody can join in just creating beautiful envelopes. This goes actually very well with this. Well, they both do. So maybe I will tuck these into. We will see. But if you found me through the envelope project collaboration 2025, this one, and you are watching this video also, maybe you want to be a subscriber. And I also want to say that people don't really know, although I have a Facebook group also for 5 years. It's celebrating 5 years anniversary too. And also for my Etsy, I have a 5-year celebrating this month. But I do have a Facebook group, and we do run challenges almost every week, for 3 weeks, certainly every month, and in April, even though for 4 weeks. And we have an extra set of challenges alongside mine to celebrate, hosted by the group admins. And I also have a lot of free challenge papers, but I do not put all those out on Ko-fi. Usually I have those in my Facebook group. But yeah, this is it for today. If you want to visit the Facebook group, there's a link down below, and it's going to take you straight to the Facebook groups that are hosting all the challenges. And you can also find LineDotArrow over there, or just search for LineDotArrow. There's a page and a group. You can become a member of that group. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay creative. Greetings from the Netherlands, and I hope to see you the next time. Bye bye. Bye.